be good. It just has to be out.
Man.
A little philosophy talk. You guys
Is that
caught
what
in
was
on the
happening?
behind the scenes. Yeah.
We're back. It's another episode.
Tough times.
It's a special episode, too. We're back with episode 30. We've had 30 great episodes. And, yeah.
We've traveled a lot.
Traveled a lot. We've been in New York. We've been
Here, Bridgeport, Motel 6s.
Yep. I lived at a Motel 6 for a little
Storage unit.
bit. Storage unit.
Dude, what a great... What a, like, how much
In the
time
car,
has passed since then?
Peps. We've been everywhere. A lot of time has passed.
Wow, is this a glass?
Yeah, my dad got me a shot glass
Dude,
from
this
Maryland.
is funny.
Yeah, I like that. It is funny.
That's hilarious. Wow.
There you go. That's yours.
Oh, wow, that's mine. Do you have one too, or is it just me? All
I'm
right.
drinking from the bottle.
Okay.
There you go. All right,
Where's
yeah.
my
So we're going to
chaser?
celebrate 30 episodes here with 30
episodes.
shots.
I
No,
love
I'm
it.
just-
We celebrate every 10.
Yeah, right? Let me make sure I got my chaser on point. The other day, man, I went to the fridge and I had some lemonade in there and I didn't shake it before I took a sip.
What'd you get?
Oh my God, it was so sour. Yeah, it was like drinking straight lemons.
Which could be good for you,
Yeah,
I think.
maybe. I don't know.
That's what real lemonade, I think, is supposed
But
to
here
be
we go,
like.
man. 30 episodes.
30 episodes. Let's do it.
70
Tough
more.
times. Yep.
And more than that.
Ugh. Wow. Every time.
Woo.
Well, I got goosebumps.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Wow.
Man.
That was peach, too. Can you imagine if we were doing, like, Jameson or something?
Right?
Have you had Jameson before?
Yeah.
It's
I don't
whiskey,
like it.
right?
Oh, yeah. Jameson hurts, dude. We
Dude,
did it at Great American Pub one time, and it just hurt.
Oh, my gosh. Do you remember that? We were
Yeah.
supposed to get,
I was
like
threw up.
we were supposed to get, like, vodka or
I was like, let me
tequila.
get Jim Beam. She's like, it's not up here. And we were just like, oh, okay, don't worry about it. She was like, Jameson? And you were like, yep. And I was like, no.
I have, yuck, terrible.
Not a big fan
memories.
of Jameson.
Me neither. It's a little too, like, that's the one I actually feel like I might throw up after.
Yeah.
Because of how strong it is.
You got a show coming up, huh?
I do, this Saturday. Well,
This Saturday.
will it be out? Will this be out at that time?
No, it won't.
Well,
This
so,
will not
hey,
be.
but hey, Ryan, we can hope, right? I have a show, hopefully, that Saturday. that this is released.
That's great. Look at you. We're foreshadowing. Yep.
Right? Positive thinking. You never
Yeah.
know.
You know what? I'm actually opening for Mark Norman next weekend. It's crazy, right?
Oh, it's great. We just call out.
Yeah.
Put it out to the universe.
Yeah. And then Seinfeld called me, but I was busy.
Dude, I love following those updates. Have you been listening to those?
What?
Like Norman talking about his relationship with Seinfeld.
It is. Yeah. Every now and then you catch it. Yeah. He was on Rogan. He mentioned it briefly.
He did. He said he like texted him. He didn't text him back. Kind of like it
Yeah,
turned into that. I love hearing that part because it's pretty cool. He got to do it, but it's like, what's it like now? You know?
Yeah.
Like, is he still cool with you or what?
So how you been, Seinfeld?
That's got to be nerve wracking.
What's the deal with cell phones? No, I don't know what I would say. I wouldn't say anything because I don't know if I would text Seinfeld.
What do you think is next? Is he doing something? You think
Who,
before?
Seinfeld?
Yeah, because I think
Tough to say.
honestly,
Curb's got a new season out.
oh, really,
Yeah, 5 episodes deep.
dude, how's he still doing them? It blows my mind. Like it's
still
pretty
funny
good.
too.
It's pretty
still
good.
really funny, and it's really relevant too. It talks about really relevant stuff.
What's crazy is that he could act this whole time. You know what I mean? Like, he kind of was a writer, but little did we know that he actually was a pretty skilled actor the entire time. I don't think he's had any formal acting.
What do you think about Joe Rogan getting made fun of on SNL?
When?
This past weekend, Pete Davidson made fun of Rogan.
No.
Yeah.
What? How?
He
What did he say?
Rogan. You remember what Rogan said?
About who, Pete?
No, he said he could suck his own.
He said that?
Yeah.
When?
On his podcast.
Oh, okay.
Just joking around. It was
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
like some comic stuff. And like it was like with Norman and all them. And like SNL like blew it up as like it was like a real thing.
Really?
Dude, it was like everywhere, man. I was on Yahoo's homepage and I saw it on Yahoo's homepage.
Wow. Well, I see. I don't know about that, but
I was like, that's what they're talking about right now. It's honestly just a bunch of people that are mad at Joe Rogan for not getting the vaccine, I think.
yeah, that
That's
could be
really
it,
what it
too.
is, but I don't know.
Did you see the Sanjay Gupta thing? Did we get to talk about that?
No,
yet?
what's that?
That's the one where he like went in on the guy from CNN.
Where?
What? You didn't hear about this? The guy the doctor on CNN was on the show, right? And basically on CNN they've been saying he's taken like horse tranquilizer or some crazy
Who?
stuff. CNN has been saying that about Rogan.
Really?
Yeah, and Rogan got pissed and was just like,
Is that why
"You guys
Rogan's calling
lied."
these doctors like idiots and stuff?
Well, yeah, he basically was like, "How do you feel about working for a network who lies?" Like he was point blank asking him
That's what
hard
Rogan said?
questions. Yeah, and this is a guy from CNN, right? So he's still kind of tied to the corporation a bit. He can't talk shit really on his people, but it got heated. You could feel it.
Really?
Watch the clip. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Who was the guy?
Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
Really?
Just type in CNN, Joe Rogan.
I'll
and
check
it's
it
that
out.
thing. But the other beef that I heard about recently is the Michael Che and Tim Dillon one. You hear about that?
No, what's going on with that?
I don't think it's real beef because like Tim Dillon is one of those guys that just he goes off, right? He'll talk about anybody, he calls people out, but he's not serious.
I'd like to see more beef in comics.
You would like to see more?
Yeah, I'll explain it. Go ahead, finish.
Okay. But basically Tim Dillon, I don't know the full thing, so I don't want to dive into it, but Tim Dillon makes like $180K a month on Patreon.
Yeah, he
right?
kills it, murders.
And basically, I think he said like he started.
Shout out
making-
to Tim Dillon.
Yeah, he like made fun of Michael Che or something, and it was a little Instagram thing that went back and forth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was actually before I came here.
I was
looking
supposed to see
into it.
Michael Che a little while back, but then he canceled his show in Philly.
He has a special out.
Yeah, I think I was supposed to see that
Oh, that
in
one.
Philly. Yeah.
Wow. It's interesting, man. It's got to be crazy having Lauren behind you. You know that he produced his last special.
Yeah, it is nice. I
It's-
would assume it's nice. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's nice, but like I was saying, I'd like to see more beef between comics.
I think there's a lot already.
There, of course, is probably a lot of animosity, but I'd like to see more public beef, like rap beef. You know,
Oh, you want to know a good show for that? If you like that,
what's that?
you know Neil Brennan, right?
Yeah.
So Neil has a brother named Kevin, and they don't get along.
Really?
Yes, and it's kind of
Interesting.
like Kevin's podcast is called Misery Loves Company, and they publicly just they talk about all sorts of people and dive into like Tom Segura,
Wow.
and this guy and that guy, and it's just like some of it I'm sure is true, some of it's not true, but it's like it's that beef you're talking about. It's like a whole podcast just for that. But it's kind of weird because he's like, you could tell he's a little bitter. You know what I mean? Like his younger
course.
brother is crushing it, and he's a little like, you can feel he's salty.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's
funny. I was at an open mic recently. I won't even say names, but I followed this comic who has a brother who's also a comic.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, okay.
and he went first. I went second. I wanted to open with. I went with a way different opener, but I wanted to open with like, man, it's always nice to follow so and so, and I was gonna say something about being in his shadow or something, being in your brother's shadow or something, but I don't know.
Dude, I feel like he gets that all
I
the
know,
time.
and that's
He
why I
has
just
to.
didn't. And like honestly, he didn't even stick around long. He was just in and out. But I
Yeah.
did have a nice opener that bounced off his stuff. But I don't know.
That's got to be something.
I don't
having a
like to hate
brother
on
in
other
comedy.
comics, really. I try to avoid that.
Yeah.
It's just like, why you got to beat up another comic? You want to just, if anything, you got to beef up their set and just support it, go with their energy that they just brought and carry it over.
Well, dude, that's the only difference.
Mine
I
is
think.
like for certain people. I mean, like, dude, I had this one comic. This one comic often follows me, and he just calls, like, he just like rips my head off after. I'm like,
I
damn.
know who you're talking about.
Yeah, of course you do. But it's just ridiculous. I'm like, man.
After you bomb, he comes and rubs it in.
Yeah, I'm just like sick, dude.
Yeah, it's.
I'm like sick, man. I was like,
dude, comedy is the only, and I think stand up, because not other forms of comedy, but stand up is the most unsupportive one.
Yeah.
Out of every art form.
Unless you're in a different, I don't know. Sometimes you go to some rooms are really supportive.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm saying as like an industry in general, like as a culture versus like, let's say.
Oh, yeah, it's a bunch of wolves, man. Everybody's
Yeah.
like, there's not enough for everybody.
Right.
But there is.
But like, let's say music or sketch
Yeah.
or that stuff. It's like a very different, open-minded type of thing.
Of course.
Like there's enough for everybody type deal. I think it's getting that way. Like Rogan made it that way.
Well, it's very easy nowadays because it's like we have things like YouTube.
Of course,
right here.
yeah.
You're listening here.
Dude, that's what I love when what's it called? Like he was talking to I didn't watch all Snoop Dogg's one, but he was like
I did. It was a good one.
He's
brought
like,
his own microphone. It was hilarious.
Dude, only he can do that.
Yeah, I was
love,
cracking up.
Like no, I just can't believe somebody like Snoop Dogg hasn't been canceled. You know what I mean? Like everyone loves Snoop.
Yeah.
Even
like,
if like
he's a universally loved guy. Like I mentioned
like
in
The
the
Rock.
earlier episode. Yeah, The Rock. I mentioned it way earlier in episode of Tough Times. I was like, you can't hate on The Rock.
But I don't know, man. Do you think
if
you
people
could
were
be...
like, I don't like The Rock, I'd be like, I'd question that person. I'd be like, oh,
yeah,
I should keep an eye on this guy.
That's true. That's true. But I don't know. Don't
That
you
should be a
think-
survey in America. Like, you know, that should be on surveys in America. Like, if you dislike The Rock, just red flag that guy.
Well, I think that's why isn't he like trying to run for president or something? Or
I don't
people
think he
are
is.
people are asking.
They want him to. Yeah.
That's got to be crazy. People want you to.
He's like, guys, I'm just an actor.
Oh my gosh, dude, he's.
You know what,
crushing it.
Rock? I want my redemption card.
You know what I love about The Rock?
We're gonna keep calling back to this. Rock, you're gonna make good on this. I'll see you. I'm gonna bump into you eventually. I'll catch you in a nursing home when you're 85 or something. I know when the superstardom goes away, that's when I come to play. I'm gonna be there at your nursing home or somewhere. I'm gonna find you. You're gonna be doing autograph signings towards the end of the career, and maybe I'll be able to catch you at somewhere.
He's entitled to a card. You can feel it.
I want a piece of that fabric of your clothing.
Under Armour, baby. That's what that is.
Whatever.
Dude, he's big. I've been seeing a lot of Rock. There was a lot of Rock shirts at Disney.
No, yeah.
People rocking his gear, and you could tell it's like people who are hard into working out. Like they're like, yeah, The Rock. Yeah, they got the headphones.
Yeah,
like he sells
yeah.
everything now. He's got tequila.
Oh, yeah. That's how all those guys are. Everybody's doing that now. It's like, you know, once you get your name on something.
But it's not cheesy when The Rock does it. Isn't that crazy?
I heard something crazy about NBA players back in the day. Back in the day, like, say if, like, I was an NBA player, right? Really
Yeah.
successful NBA player. And say, like, you and I were hanging out and we had a night out on the town and, like, we spent, like, $150, right? Out drinking. And I
Yeah.
was like, yo, I'll cover that. And you're like, all right, cool. But, like, you covered it with your money because I didn't have any on me at the time.
Sure.
I'm saying I'm like a Michael Jordan type stature player, by the way. Like, consider me Michael Jordan, right?
Okay.
And I would write you a check then for $150, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'd give it to you, and then you wouldn't cash it.
Oh.
You know why? Because the autograph is worth more than the money I just wrote you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
that
even
was
think
something
about
funny
that.
that I just kind of figured out recently. I was like, wow, NBA players would do that. I was like, I wonder how many players would just be like, wow, like, I could go bankrupt if all these people cash these checks. But
Yeah. That's got to be weird. I don't know. I feel like nowadays with Venmo and Cash App, that's a little different, right?
What?
Who's
Yeah.
still writing
I mean, I just think it
checks.
would be interesting to reach a level of fame for certain people. I mean, what's that got to be like when you're just like using something? Like, it's like, you know, you're just like, all right, this Jim Beam bottle, we're going to put it up on auction.
Yeah.
You know, it's very simple.
Dude.
It's like, oh, there was a Jim Beam bottle used on the Tough Times episode 1875, you know?
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know though. Are you sure though that if, let's say you were as liked as The Rock, right? As liked as
Hard.
The Rock
I don't think
is.
I'll ever. That's not attainable. But okay, we'll go with
Let's
it.
just say, right? You beat the odds. The odds are very hard to beat, by the way, but you
very
beat
hard.
'em. You surpassed them, and now people love you. Don't you
be
think
The
that's
Rock-
a hard place to sustain? Like,
It's just crazy to become The Rock. You would have to reach such a prime that you reach a darkness where kids want to see you that are terminally ill.
yeah, right? Because he does that a lot.
That's this level of superstardom that you're wishing. It's like, man, do I want this? You know. We're back. Minor technical difficulty.
Guess what? Ryan ran out of space on his phone.
It's not about that, dude. I've been begging you to throw money in on a second phone, but budgets are thin. How can you expect me to just... The guy who's over here making more than this guy is expecting me to front the whole entire budget for the show. It's tough when you put the whole studio together. Look, we got the license plates.
We're getting a
from
phone
Dubai.
next episode.
We got a $500 Italian zebra right here on set. This is things that he's not even accounting for.
Ryan bought 100 embroidered shirts.
I bought 100 embroidered shirts.
That's
Tough
how our
Time
budget
shirts.
is
They're coming out. Limited edition Tough Time shirts. Get one now.
But you got to hit us up first.
I said get one now because it was a promo I was cutting for the future. But I have a ladybug problem in here.
A lot of them?
Oh, yeah. There's about 25 on top of that light right there.
You're kidding.
Right now.
Where are they coming from?
I don't know. Outside, obviously.
Well, you don't leave the windows open, do you?
No. They're getting in somehow. I have a bee problem in the kitchen, and I got a ladybug problem out here.
Since we killed it that one time?
Dude, there's multiple bees daily in my kitchen right now.
You're kidding me.
It's not a problem, though. They come in because it's cold, and they start moving all slow. And then I save them.
After you extract the honey and use it on your pancakes.
No. I save all the bees because we need bees.
We do. That's where honey comes from. Wow, you're a saint, Ryan. You're going to heaven.
Doing God's work. Your microphone's on, right?
Yeah, what was that noise? Did you hear that?
That's called work, Miss, but work oftentimes that's called an email.
Oh, wow.
I get a lot of them, even at night.
Nice. Okay.
Work never stops.
I feel you there. Let's
do another shot. 30th episode, man.
Okay, we're gonna do another shot.
Yep, big episode for us, huh?
Yeah.
Means a lot to us. We're back.
Does. We're back.
We're watching Sons of Anarchy now.
Is that a motorcycle show?
Yeah, I just started it.
Sounds like I don't know, maybe that's presumptuous, the Harley Davidson crew. It's a different
It kind of
crew.
is. It's kind of cool. It's all right show. I've never seen it, though, so I was like...
What's it on?
FX. It's on Hulu. That's why I bought Hulu now. It's crazy that you were about to cancel Paramount on me, and then I'm glad I brought it up.
I didn't know if you were still using it.
Oh, I'm definitely using it.
All right, that's fine.
Cool.
Are you using Peacock?
No.
I think I'm going to cancel Peacock.
I've never had your Peacock password.
What?
It's a shame.
Really?
Yeah, I really
The only reason I've had it is because I thought you still also were using it.
Dude, I wish I could have got in on that.
I mean, honestly, you're not missing out. The main thing was Harry Potter, and they moved that to HBO, right?
Yeah.
And then they have King of Queens. They got Everybody Loves Raymond.
Wow, they have King of Queens on there?
They got
Did you burn all of King of Queens?
No. There's a lot, man. There's a lot
9
of seasons. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's wild when you lock into a show like that. When you get into the middle of it, like you're in like season 5, you're really like in the show at that point.
Oh, of course,
You're like the show. Like you start quoting it more.
Yeah.
Now you're like around it.
I'm trying to watch Seinfeld again like that. Like in order, all the way through
Seinfeld's
type
a
thing.
great time.
It's actually very different in order.
Very crazy. I saw an episode of Seinfeld I've never seen before the other day.
Oh, how?
It was on Netflix. I was just like, oh, wow. I was like, I feel like I've never seen this. I might have seen it, but I didn't remember it.
Yeah, I feel like you remember a lot of Seinfeld.
Yeah, it was a naked dude on a train. Jerry becomes friends with a naked dude on a train.
Okay, I haven't seen that one either.
Right? It's pretty crazy. Season 3.
Oh, wow. I'm about there. That might come up on me soon.
You're probably going to see it really soon. It's pretty interesting. But I guess they cut it out. And I get why they cut it out. It had nothing to do with the naked guy on the train. It was like Elaine had a conversation with this lady on the train about going to a lesbian wedding.
So they cut out that part?
No, they just don't air it on TV anymore.
Oh,
it's like the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I think they don't air that episode either.
Got it. Didn't you always think that like Seinfeld and Kramer look alike?
Dude, what is that on your shirt?
Where?
You have thumb holes on your shirt?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a Lulu thing.
Why?
I don't know.
What is that for?
To like when you put on a jacket, you do this. So that you've never
show people your hand, dude.
Show
people your hand.
You've never put on a jacket.
Put that on and show
people
your hand.
And the jacket just does this to your sleeve.
Dude, I'm not concerned with that. I'm sorry, I'm choking because I found out my friend's wearing thumb holes on his shirt right now.
Dude, all the Lulu clothes have these. You sold a bunch of these for me.
I'm just saying.
You didn't notice it when I gave it to you? It's like
I
a
was
thing.
Trying it on and sticking my thumbs in the holes.
Yeah, they have a lot of weird quirks with their shirts. They like write quotes on the insides
weird though,
and stuff.
because like you didn't think that was weird.
No, I've been around. Dude, do you know how many shirts of these I have?
But you just called it a weird quirk, even though you embrace it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't embrace.
Interesting.
You make it sound like I use the thumb holes regularly.
Yeah, I mean, you just slid that thing on, like, man.
I mean, I showed you how to use it. Yeah,
you slid it on like it was so convenient. You were like, man, this is good.
Yeah, I mean,
secures the sleeves.
It is. It does. I
just don't think. I just think we don't need more than 4 holes on a t-shirt.
I
know. Yeah, I know. I knew you did.
Like, wow,
I was surprised at how quickly I was able to pump that out.
Top, bottom.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
3 on the top, 1 on the bottom.
Unless you're talking mesh breathable shirts, those have a lot of holes.
What are you saying? That's like saying we have holes because we're atoms. You know?
Yeah.
Getting all science on us.
It can.
Leave it up to this guy to bring the science into it.
Yeah, it depends which way you look at the coin.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, are we,
What?
Nothing. I didn't say anything. What?
Damn, you didn't even take your shot, did you? Look at this guy. I can't wait to run that clip back and plug it right after right now so we could watch him not take the shot in slow-mo. I'm going to play it in slow-mo if you just, like, fade in the shot to the right. Dude, the camera.
You look so messed up after yours. I was like, all right, let's put mine down.
Yeah, I was just like, what? I didn't even peep you did that. I was like over here taking shots for the 30th episode, and you were faking them.
I gotta drive, dude.
Yeah, tough time, huh?
You sound like I live in the studio.
Yeah, right. Well, you know, you could.
I could
move you in here.
Yeah,
and we'd shoot more content.
We would.
Oftentimes, you guys are probably wondering, why is the content inconsistent? Well,
that's not true. We've had episodes pretty regularly for the past couple
it's
weeks.
pretty good, yeah. Because the guy, whoever's in editing, he's been murdering it.
Yeah, the editor's not bad.
Who is he?
I think
it's me. That's right. I'm right here.
Yeah. Shout out to Ryan Resell.
Yes.
Rate, review, and subscribe wherever you're at.
That's the end of the episode, people.
Oh, that's the end? I wasn't ending it. I guess you're ending it.
You were plugging us.
I like to say that sometimes to remind people so they don't forget, but you're not a technical ending.
You've become like that kid that I try to avoid from high school that has that one running joke with me, and he just brings it up every time I see him. You just bump into him. You bump into him at the grocery store. He's like, yo, man, totes my goats. And you're like, what? What are you saying, man? He's like, dude, remember that time, man? That girl, she choked on her soup at lunch, and I'm like, dude, what?
I love how it's you're saying it's my thing, but that was originally your joke. You used to make fun of me every time I would try to end the episode early.
But it was funny when I was doing it.
Yeah, okay. You would do it every single time.
I would do it every time, but it was funny.
Okay.
I just wanted to spend more time here.
All right, if you say so.
Too much of a tough time for me?
No, not at all. But hey, you ended this one early for the record, so
I don't know if we ended it early or late. Doesn't matter, because we're coming back for another episode next week, episode 31. Stay tuned for clips from our next scene.
Tough times.
Of tough times.
Hit the hotline.
Yep. Plug us, Misbah.
Rate, review, and subscribe wherever you're at. It's like a button you press on me, and I just say it
again.
Yeah, rate, review, subscribe, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify. We're everywhere, people. Take care. Tough times.
Come on, you fuck. Let's go. Cut the lane. Man, what a shitty day to start your day, huh?